Hello there, and welcome to another episode of the In Between Podcast. Let's go ahead and get things started. Thank you so much for tuning in for another episode of the In Between Podcast with your host, as always, Kyle McLemore. Thank you so much for stopping by, and before we get rolling along here, make sure you do me a favor and go ahead and punch that like and subscribe button. Go ahead and backhand that subscribe button as hard as you can. We definitely appreciate all the support, and it helps us stay alive here at the In Between Podcast and keep pumping out that sweet content straight to you. So go ahead and give it a karate chop. Go ahead and give it a people's elbow if you gotta. It's definitely appreciated. Thank you for stopping by. Funny enough that last week I was actually just talking about the Lord of the Rings, and then I think it's because of that new show that's dropping relatively soon on Amazon that they're re-releasing the original trilogies at my local theater. So you know your boy's gotta be all up in that. Actually cannot wait. It's been a while since I've seen like actually sat and watched like these original trilogy movies. It's been a while, and I cannot wait. It's actually, I think it's gonna be like in the RPX theaters, so it should be like on the bigger screen, and it should be also much louder, which I cannot wait to hear that music cranked up to 11, man, with the it's gonna be awesome. Starting it. Oh, and I think it's also like the ultra extended edition too, so it's like not only is it like gonna be up on the big screen, but it's also like I think Fellowship was like cranking up to like 3 hours 45, and then like Two Towers was like 4 hours on the dot, and then like Return of the King was like, we're coming out at 5. No, I think it was like 4.5 hours, but still, like, jeez. Thank God I know where there's like little breaks at where I can sprint out of there and go use the bathroom, which I inevitably am gonna have to. Not gonna cause myself bladder damage because of Lord of the Rings. But really looking forward to it. Can't wait to hear it all cranked up and loud. Starting off with The Fellowship, which is my personal favorite. Man, so much good stuff to look forward to in the new theater. Oh, you know what's... do you guys remember... Oh, man, in the first Fellowship, there was a part... I'm telling you, that movie hit at the perfect age for me. Like, I was like 11. I remember seeing it in theaters, and I remember basically shitting my pants when Bilbo does his fucking goblin scare, like, halfway through the movie. First of all, it just comes out of nowhere, like, it's like a full, like, hour and a half into the movie, and up until then, all we know about Bilbo is he's, like, this super sweet old dude, like, Frodo's, like, uncle or whatever, and so then we run into him later, and he's even older and even sweeter, and he's like, oh, is that my ring? I'd sure love to hold it one more time. And, dude, when he does his fucking dude, I remember like my head basically went through the ceiling of like the building. Like I was basically like boom, like I like a rocket out of that seat. Oh man, it's such a great job of just it really comes out of nowhere, and it's just like a perfect little fucking So yeah, can't wait for that. No, I'm just like the music, everything. I just it's gonna be really great watching it in theaters. Cannot wait. Also, cannot wait. I'm expecting a delivery at some point during the day here. I've been checking my Amazon app like a crackhead. Like, is it here? Like, looking out all the windows. Anybody else do that when you're expecting a delivery? You're just like, you got my Amazon? Is that my Amazon? It's actually a mattress. It's gonna be one of those, comes in a box and you take it out and let it fucking expand or whatever. So I'm hoping it'll get here sooner rather than later, so that it's got time to expand and I can hopefully sleep on it. Because some of them are like, you gotta let it sit for like a full 24 hours before you sit on it, or you're gonna fuck up the whole mattress somehow. So hopefully it gets here sooner, and I can sleep on that tonight. Up until now, been sleeping on a air mattress, which doesn't bother me at all, because I think I'm uniquely situated to where it doesn't bother me. It just fills me with nostalgia. Like, it's hilarious to think about, because such a large part of my childhood, sleeping on an air mattress. Basically, so many times going over to my dad's house where just like air mattress it up. And there's like two different times where it's like the one air mattress where it's like it's gonna, be completely full and like fucking firm as shit, and like any slight movement is like it's just like that balloon sound of just like. So anytime you like barely move, it's also super firm, so you're just like ultra firm all night. Or you get the super fun version of the air mattress, where the one that like slowly leaks throughout the night. So it's like you go to bed and it's like you're nice and firm and you're like, all right. And then all of a sudden you wake up at like midnight and you're like, why am I on a fucking water bed all of a sudden? Like, what the fuck? What? All of a sudden you wake up at like 2 in the morning and you're like, I'm slowly in Quicksand. Like, what the? You wake up and it's like, somebody throw me a vine so I can fucking pull myself out of this bed. Like, ugh. Or you just have to like roll out of bed. Like, literally roll out of bed. Yeah, so many times where you wake up just like with your butt like on the floor, but then the rest of your body is kind of like in this weird seated position. You're in this weird like U shape or whatever. Yeah, because then it's like, what am I gonna do? Like at like 2 in the morning, am I just gonna like plug in that fucking fan thing and just fucking the blower and just fucking bwah? Oh, sorry, my air mattress is a little low. Bwah! Fucking the loudest fucking air thing. But yeah, so many times, like I say, it doesn't even bother me. It's like I wake up every morning just like hilariously laughing about how much I used to do that as a kid. Or you want to talk about funny is like I think there was a time when when you think about it on paper, I guess it's a good idea. Hammocks. So I think there was a time when like my dad was like, boom, I got it, hammocks. Think about it. Like, it was basically that scene from Step Brothers, but like way before Step Brothers existed. It was just like, all right, check it out. We got your hammocks all set up in your room, and then you sleep in the hammock. During the day, you just clip it over. Look at this. No beds. Look at all this awesome activity we got going on out here. This is amazing. You got all this room. You can build stuff. And then at the end of the day, whoop, there's your bed. Booyah! And then you climb up and it's like, holy shit, look, we're like levitating up above the floor. This is going to be the greatest. Cut to wake up the next morning just like, my back. My back. Yeah, being like a little 8-year-old or a 10-year-old just walking around like, because you're basically sleeping like in the fuck with your legs all up and you're just like, Every morning, I'm pretty like I'm shocked that I don't have horrible like scoliosis or something from like sleeping in this crazy like V position. Like, how did pirates do that, dude? Like, isn't that how pirates used to sleep all the time? Every time you see pictures and movies of them like below deck, they're always like in this. Everyone's got their own little bunk of like hammocks or whatever, but. I just remember waking up with like horrible back pain and just being like, this hammock thing ain't gonna work. Like, on paper, I get it. So much more room for activities, but it's just not gonna work. I'm not like all like me, my sister, and my like stepbrother all just walking around just like not gonna work. Yeah, memories of Dad's house. Yeah, those Wild West weekends, man. Wild West weekends where anything goes at Dad's house. Yeah, good times. But, yeah, thank you so much for stopping by for another episode. Gonna try to bind this together so I can go enjoy my tonight. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm your host, as always, Kyle McLemore, and we'll see you next time on the pod.